Hey guys, so today I want to look at the various concepts that Mopar brought to the 2019 SEMA Show, as I promised I would in last week's video when I covered the 2020 Dodge Challenger Drag Pack. It's a little late since the SEMA Show was last week, but I still wanted to do the video. So the 2019 SEMA Show did go from Tuesday, November 5th to Friday, November 8th at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and SEMA now stands for Specialty Equipment Market Association. This auto show is not available to the public, as you must be a part of the media, a manufacturer, a buyer, or an exhibitor to attend. Each year there are over 2,300 exhibitors with 11,000 plus booths, and companies like Mopar always have something to show off up their sleeve, since it's a great time to bring new vehicles or concepts. This time around, Mopar had a 15,345 square foot display, where they showed off some really cool vehicles, including 14 different concepts. So we'll be looking at 5 of those concepts, those being the 2019 Jeep J6, the Jeep JT Scrambler, the Ram Rebel OTG, the 1968 Dodge D200 Mopar Lowliner, and finally the Ram ProMaster Pit Stop / Brew Master. So let's begin with the Jeep J6 concept, which is basically a two-door Gladiator. This is a drivable vehicle and was actually first unveiled at the 2019 Easter Jeep Safari. The J6 uses a body from the 2019 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon with a custom two-door body and large 6-foot bed, which is going to be 12 inches longer than the ones that are found on a standard Gladiator. The Gladiators, of course, are available in only one configuration, a 4-door crew cab body with a 5-foot bed. The overall length of this J6 is 201 inches, putting it about 1.5 feet shorter than the current Gladiator, while the wheelbase is 118.4 inches, which is the same as the current Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. On the exterior, Jeep went with the metallic brilliant blue paint option, and that was last seen on the 1978 Jeep Honcho, and this color was also sprayed in the bed liner, which is a feature that might be coming soon to more FCA vehicles, since Mopar designer Chief Joe Daner said that process of spraying the bed liner was no different than just spraying it in flat black as they normally do. Up front, the grille is custom Mopar satin black, and a stock Jeep Gladiator hood is used, with Mopar hood latches that feature a Jeep logo. Mounted in the bed is a custom steel roll bar that holds 4 LED lights, and a prototype spare tire carrier can hold a spare that's up to 37 inches. Mounted on the front bumper is a 2-inch stinger bar, along with more 5-inch LED lights on the bumper and A-pillars. The J6 also gets rock rails with 2-inch steel tubes welded to the standard rails. Like a Gladiator or Wrangler, the hardtop is fully removable, as are the doors, and the windshield does fold down. On the fenders and tailgate, the J6 gets retro badging straight from 1978 that read Jeep and 4-wheel drive, which is a nice touch. Moving inside, the instrument panel inserts match the blue paint on the outside, a horn pad taken from the 1978 Honcho is on the steering wheel, and there are catskin leather seats and armrests also with blue stitching. Other features include a bright pedal kit, all-weather floor mats, molded door sill guards, a trailer brake control switch, and a bank of auxiliary switches to operate all those LEDs on the car. As for performance, the J6 has the standard 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 with 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, and that gets paired with an 8-speed automatic, but it also gets a Mopar cold air intake here. The tow rating for this concept is somewhere between 2,000 to 3,500 pounds. The J6 sits on prototype 17-inch deep dish beadlock wheels that are finished in brass monkey, and they have 37-inch all-terrain tires wrapped around them. Jeep has also added a production 2-inch lift kit and Fox shocks. The J6 is definitely very cool, and it could lead the way to some 2-door Gladiator models in the future, or at least maybe the ability to convert the Gladiator to 2 doors if customers do desire to. Next up, we have the Jeep JT Scrambler, which recreates the look of the 1980s CJ8 Scrambler by using a certain color palette and graphics, along with other touches to give it a more retro feel. For this concept, Jeep has taken a white Gladiator Rubicon and given it dual body side stripes and a matching hood graphic, using pumpkin metallic orange and nacho colors. There's also the word Scrambler on each side of the hood that's written in the same pumpkin metallic orange, and the top gets painted in vintage amber. Unfortunately, stripes in those colors are only a prototype for now, but there are similar graphics available in black and dark gray. 80% of the transformation of this white Gladiator was achieved by using Jeep performance parts that are available directly from Mopar. The bed has a spray-in liner with a 2-inch steel roll bar painted in white, similar to the one on the J6, and this one anchors to the bed and extends the length of the bed rails on each side, which ultimately means there are 8 tie-down points for the cargo. Like the J6, there are LEDs everywhere, 4 on the roll bar, 2 on the A-pillars, and another 2 on the front brush guard. The inside is also unique and retro, with the seats finished in catskin amaretto brown leather, with orange stitching and tungsten or dark gray Jeep Grill logos are embroidered in the seats. The same stitching also covers the armrests and the dashboard. Like the J6, the Scrambler has 17-inch wheels, but these are painted in bronze and white to match the body. There are 37-inch BF Goodrich KM3 mud terrain tires and a 2-inch lift kit. Under the hood is the same 3.6-liter V6 and the 8-speed auto, but the performance is bumped up a bit with a Mopar cold air intake and a catback exhaust. FCA has been bringing back retro classic colors to the Wrangler and the Dodge Charger and Challenger for years now, so here they've given a taste of the retro stripe packages that could return for special editions of the Gladiator as well, which would be an easy way to increase the price while giving customers a very unique look. Third on the list today is going to be the 2020 Ram 1500 Rebel OTG, or that also stands for Off the Grid Concept, and this is one that focuses on overlanding. If you weren't familiar with overlanding, like I wasn't, the official definition is self-reliant overland travel to remote destinations where the journey is the principal goal. So Ram has built a truck specifically for that. Joe Daner, who is the head of Ram Truck and Mopar Design, has said, quote, "Unlike traditional four-wheeling, in overlanding, the journey is the final objective. The goal is to explore rather than conquer obstacles. This is why we developed this concept, to allow vehicle-supported, self-reliant adventure travel, typically exploring remote locations and interacting with other cultures. This is the vehicle that I like to have whenever I choose to go off the grid." End quote. And even if overlanding isn't your thing, this is one awesome concept and I've never seen anything like it before. Ram started out by using a 2020 Ram 1500 Rebel Eco Diesel Crew Cab 4x4 as the base, and that Eco Diesel has 260 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. But instead of just the normal 26-gallon capacity, the fuel tank has been expanded to 33 gallons to increase how far you can go between fill-ups when you're overlanding. The OTG is painted in Mojave sand color and features a larger grille with flow-through Ram badging. It also has front and rear fender flares, step-assist rock rails, a functional snorkel, a concept rear bumper with a relocated exhaust, and a concept hideaway bed step underneath the bumper. The coolest features of this truck are in the back, with a multi-function tailgate. Installed on top of the truck bed is a bed rack with a collapsible rooftop tent and stowable foldable ladder to get up there. Continuing with that off-the-grid theme, if you open up the tailgate you get a power retractable kitchen with a gas-powered stove, sink with onboard water system, portable shower, and a battery-powered cooler. There's also lots of extras to help you with living on the road, like LED lights on the bumpers and roof rack to keep everything well lit, traction mats in case you get stuck, a high-lift jack system, a winch, backup power supply, solar-powered air compressor, and a solar power set that can generate electricity as well. Finally, there's another 2-inch lift kit like the two previous concepts had, and there's 35-inch Goodyear Wrangler MTR off-road tires wrapped around the Mopar bedlock wheels. I'm not much of a camper or live in the wilderness type of person, but I have to admit that this is a very cool truck, and it looked absolutely perfect for overlanding and enjoying your journey. Fourth up today is a very cool aftermarket classic pickup, the Mopar Lowliner Concept. Mopar actually purchased a 1968 Dodge D200 heavy-duty pickup, and they fully restored it, then boxed the original C-channel frame of the pickup and lowered the truck. Mopar also moved the front axle forward 3 inches on the frame to change the proportions. The bed floor from a modern Ram 1500 was also welded into the existing bed, but it got widened by 5 inches and raised by 6 to account for the air suspension system and a new fuel cell. The Lowliner gets its name from being slammed, and that's due to the air suspension that was added to the front and rear axle with 3 different modes: low, driving height, and driving height plus. The body on the beautiful truck is painted in candied Delmonico red, while the wheels, grille, and bumpers complement that look with their dairy cream paint. They've also shaved the door handles and taken away the badging, fuel filler cap, and radio antenna. They did add 7-inch LED headlights and different taillights though, and there's vintage Dodge lettering on the tailgate. On the inside, the original bench seat is covered with blazing saddle tan leather, and the roof has more leather with a stitched Mopar M logo as well. There are 7 Mopar custom gauges, but the original 1968 steering wheel stays intact. And finally, the floor-mounted shifter reads, "Cummins dependable diesel since 1919. That hints at the performance, since Mopar decided to put a 5.9-liter Cummins 24-valve inline 6-cylinder turbo diesel engine under the hood, and they paired that with a 6-speed manual transmission. The wheels are custom designed smoothie wheels, taking that look from the 1960s. They are super wide and thick. Up front they're 22 by 9.5 inch, with 285/35/22 tires, and in the back they are 22x11 with 325/35/22 tires, all Pirelli P0s. Finally, the last concept of the day is a little bit of a joke, but that would be the 2016 Ram ProMaster Pit Stop concept. This was first brought to the 2016 SEMA Show, but it's back again for 2019 with a couple of upgrades. So Mopar took a Ram 3500 ProMaster and they totally pimped it out, creating this awesome concept that revolves around beer. The driver's side features a drop-down hinged door that opens up to the Mopar bar. The inside of the Mopar bar has been totally modified to have refrigeration capacity for kegs, so they can serve cold beer from 4 different taps that are built into the truck. And of course, Mopar has added many finishing touches, so for instance, the taps are all different shifter variations. One Mopar T-handle, one billet aluminum, one cue ball, and one pistol grip shifter, which are just super cool touches. Instead of the ProMaster badge, you can find a BrewMaster one instead, and the Mopar stools that you see on screen are stored inside the truck as well, so this is basically a bar on wheels once you take them out. As for the rest of the truck, it's got Mopar colors, Mopar logos on the windshield and side of the body, and checkered flag pit stop graphics. The front and rear fascias have also been changed from black, and they now match the white body. It's also got black machined accents and wheel flares, highlighting the 20-inch satin black lightweight wheels that are on the car. On the inside, other than the bar, there are catskin leather seats, a slotted board with Mopar gear, vintage neon signs, LED lights, and more. So this is definitely one concept that a lot of us can appreciate, and it's really awesome that Mopar would spend the time and resources to create such a thing. Well guys, you made it to the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and which concept was your favorite? Let me know down in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for all your Mopar content. I'll see you in the next video.